Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Welcome again to QuranIrab and Matan al-Ajrumiyyah. In the last video, we have looked into the importance of learning Arabic and its grammar, the importance of understanding Nahu and Saraf and its application to understanding Arabic and its importance in understanding Arabic and in extension in understanding the Quran. In this video, inshallah, we will look into the features and how to use the app QuranIrab. For those of you who do not have QuranIrab, you can get it for free from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, or use our web app at QuranIrab.com. Now let's look into the application. Now in this series of videos, I'll be using the QuranIrab app, which is available as a free download from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. All you need to do is just type QuranIrab and search for it. You will find it that this is the app, and you can just tap get to download. Now that you have downloaded the app, let's launch it. Tap on the icon. Right on the top of the app is all the buttons you need to interact with the app. On the top right corner is the index. Now you see all the list of surah that is supported at the moment. We will be adding more and more surah in the future. In this episode, we will be referring to Surah Al-Fatiha. Now next to the index button, you will see 3 buttons that you can turn on and off. Those are for Ism, which will turn all the noun to blue, and the next button is Al-Fi'l, which will turn all the verbs to green, and the last one is Al-Harf, which will turn all the particles to red. If you were to look closely, you might notice that there are some words that might look like it's a single word, but they have 2 different colors. That is because QuranIrab slices to the very detail that even a letter, like for instance ba in this case, B, has its independent meaning. So we treat it as a different word. Now everything is in Arabic. If you don't understand Arabic or you're starting, you can go to the menu on top, Al-Lugha, and select English. Now you'll see only the meaning of the word be translates to English in, everything else remains the same. But you can tap on each category and read the explanation in English. For instance, Al-Haraf, it's a word which has no independent meaning. In itself doesn't mean anything. And then you can see Alamatul Haraf, you can tap on it and you'll find the explanation. What is Al-Jar? And so on and so forth. It's in English. Now you have the word for word translation. What about the whole sentence, the whole ayah? Now you go back to the menu on the top, At-Tarjama, and you can select from either Malay, English, or Tafsir in Arabic, Tafsir al-Muyassar. For this video, we will use English, which will give you the Sahih International Translation. Now you have the whole ayah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, which translates to, in the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. And then Tafsir al-Muyassar, you can have Surah Al-Fatiha, Summiyat hadhihi Surah bil-Fatiha, and the explanation about and tafsir about the surah that you have selected. Now that we see we can change the colors of Isim, Fa'il, and Harf, let's look a bit deeper into Isim. Now turn off Fa'il and Harf, and then we'll select one Isim. Let's look at the first ayah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and Ar-Rahman, which is the most gracious or the entirely merciful. And you can see that the Naw al-Kalimah, the type of word, it is Isim. And if you don't know what Isim is, you can tap on it and you will have the explanation in English. Isim is a word which carries its own meaning, and it's not composed of any of the 3 time frames. There's no past, present, or future when it comes to a noun. Below Naw al-Kalimah, you will find a sarf, and below a sarf is a nahu. And if you don't know the meaning of any of the words there, you can just tap on it and you have the meaning and explanation in English. Now let's take a look at fi'il. So we'll first have to turn off the Isim button and turn on the fi'il, and you see all the fi'il being turned to green. There are not as many fi'il as Isim. In fact, about 70% of the Quran consists of Isim. Now let's take a look at na'budu. It is iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You have the meaning of the whole ayah. It is you we worship and you we ask for help. You have the word for word definition of na'budu, which means we worship, and then you have the whole grammatical analysis from sarf and nahu of the word na'budu. And as usual, if you do not understand anything, you can just tap on it and you'll have the explanation in English. Now let's look into the third category of words, which is harf. And before we do that, we'll just turn off fi'il and turn on harf, and you'll see all harf colored in red. There are even lesser harf than there are fi'il. If you look into the last line, you'll find the word alayhim. QuranIrab colors it differently. Ala is a harf, and him is a noun, which is a pronoun. You see, ala means on and him means them. So we treat them differently because they have independent meanings. Ala is a harf, and you can see the explanation. The type of kalima is harf, and the type of harf is harful jar. The detailed explanation for harf is shorter than fi'il, which is also shorter than ism, because harf doesn't change. Ala is ala. It doesn't change in terms of its haraka at the end of the letter or at the beginning of the letter or in the middle of the letter. It stays the same. Now that is QuranIrab, an app that helps you understand the nahu and saraf of each word in the Quran. Next video, inshallah, we will look into matan al-Ajrumiyyah and the division of words, kalam, in the Arabic language. I'll see you in the next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.